is here again. Your pretty purple is here again. Your pretty purple is here again. Is it everything the good Lord said?
Hi, I'm Rich Higton. I am the keyboard player and producer for the band Hallowed Men.
Hey, I'm Ben from the group Hallowed Men.
My name's Trev, but musically I use the name Bassy Noise.
I did study, but not music. I went to college and university in Nottingham and Liverpool to do media professional studies. I didn't start making my own music till I was about 24 in 2005. Just doing random stuff in my bedroom and then collaborating with my friend Scott in a band called Trudy Rebel. We released a couple of albums. And then since then, I've just been sort of dabbling in and out with music before starting my Jarrow Junction project in 2018. From then, I got involved with Bassy and formed Hallowed Men in 2023. And as the rest, as they say, is history.
I'm pretty much self-taught, never really sort of learnt music, as it were. Just found my own way. I started off as a bedroom kind of player, just making awful noise. Played in a couple of bands, and then I've just been playing at home for the last 10 years or so until I hooked up with these guys.
I started off playing bass guitar, and really that's the reason I got the nickname. I played bass guitar for a reggae band, a very lazy manager who called us by the instruments we played. So I was Bassy.
Eclectic, I'd probably say, as an artist. I have a very eclectic taste in music, and I like lots of things from jazz to punk to metal to electronic music, and I think that filters into my music.
I just like to find sounds that fit things. I'm not an overly complicated player, I don't think.
A noisemaker. I like to make noises.
When I was very young, it was bands like ELO and Boney M, sort of disco-y, electronic-y stuff. As I got older, I got into the happy hardcore scene in the early 90s, which got me really into electronic music with bands like The Prodigy, Orbital, Chemical Brothers, that sort of thing.
My dad played in bands when I was growing up, so there was stuff I kind of heard from, really sort of cheesy chart stuff through to people like the Dead Kennedys or whatever, and then kind of as a young adult find my way through grunge and Nirvana and all that sort of thing, and through electronica in the 90s, and I just like to be a bit of a sponge for that stuff, to be honest.
I had a house that was full of noise and music, that ranged from music through the 60s, 70s, 80s and beyond. So it's anything from punk, post-punk, metal, noise, reggae, post-rock, you name it, I'll listen to it.
I originally got together with Bassy after I reviewed one of his tracks for Left Lion magazine. Bassy then contacted me because he knew that I made music and see if I wanted to collaborate. I
was a bit of a latecomer to the party. I liked what I heard from them, and once I realised they were about the same kind of age as me, I got rid of some of the awkwardness and I caught up with them last year.
My creative process is usually sitting in my room and noodling about with different things and trying to come up with ideas. That's the usual thing with my solo stuff. I find sounds are very, they really give me some ideas and whatnot. If you get a good sound, that can sort of send you off into a tangent of making different music. With a band, it's sort of the same, but you're together in a room and you're sort of jamming along and coming up with ideas and seeing how you can fit in your ideas into the group as a whole. I find that like really rewarding.
It takes a little bit of consideration playing when you're just playing stuff with yourself. You know, you can fill or not fill the space as much as you like, but it brings a different thing to the table when you've got to take into account what other people are doing, and you can't just wander off and do whatever you want. I quite like that, having to take some consideration for what other people are doing. It does sometimes take a little bit more time though.
It's not really any different. It's an obsession. I get obsessed with either a noise, a drone, a chord, or lyrics, a word or a phrase, and I'll just concentrate on that until something's created from it.
I think we trusted each other pretty much straight away. I know with Basie, he's said he wasn't, and neither was I, that we weren't sort of precious with our ideas. So we sent ideas along and we'd say, look, if you find a better way of doing this, let me know, show me what you've done. And it was very sort of give and take with how we worked together. So yeah, we sort of trusted each other from the get-go, really.
I think, well, maybe foolishly, I kind of trust people off the bat, and then if they lose it, then, you know, struggle to get it back, but I trust them with it.
No, I think the trust was pretty instant, to be honest. With trust, there does come a lot of responsibility. You don't want to let other people down, but I've never been let down by the guys.
World stardom. No, we're just trying to make music, I think.
It's just whatever I'm feeling at the time.
It's for ourselves first, definitely. We've got to like it, and if someone else likes it, then that's a bonus.
Pretty purple is here again. Fit everything you could not say. The space between us has no ending. The space between us is never ending. Isn't everything you could not say? Just what have we done? What have we done? What have we done to ourselves? Again.
It's the purple patch that most artists go through when suddenly they feel they can do a lot of work in a short time. But like all our stuff, it morphs, then it changes meaning or added meaning, and there's a drugs connotation in there as well, amongst other things. And purple patches aren't always as good as they first seem.
I think we're all pretty open-minded about it, to be honest with you. We'll see what takes us, what opportunities come up.
Cello sounds nice.
Yeah, cello does sound nice, yeah. So I think it's just how it pans out, really, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, we're going in the studio anytime, and we've got a good 5 tracks. There's a single first release, Pretty Purple is here again, but there's a good 5 tracks, so maybe it's on the way to an album. I'd like to start gigging again with the guys. That's something we've got to work on, so we'll do some live stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, definitely.
I said just what we done. I'm sure nobody loves anyone who's
To remix.
That was the helium remix.
That's my fault.
Not the remix already.